The reason behind people thinking that the ship is not really the Titanic takes us back to the 20th of September 1911, when the Olympic collided with the HMS Hawke just off the coast of the Isle of Wight. The incident caused many problems to the ship's owners, White Star Line, as this meant they would have to be taken out of service while they repaired it, but it also meant that the maiden voyage of the Titanic has to be pushed back from the 20th of March to the 10th of April. This at the time was something that White Star Line could not afford, as they had legal bills to pay and the cost of repairing the Olympic. This meant that they had to come up with a way to claim back not only the money that would have missed out due to the Olympic not being in service, but also the money that they couldn't claim back from the incident. So they came up with a plan, which the Olympic with her sister ship Titanic, and sink it to claim compensation. No one would know they had swapped the ships, and if you looked at the ships when they were sitting beside each other, you would not know which one was which unless you looked at the nameplates of the ships. As soon as the plan was set into motion, they went about changing the Olympic to look exactly like its sister ship by covering the floors with carpet, as the Olympic had tile flooring, and the passengers and the crew who had been on the Olympic would have left footprints as well as spilt drink stains. But the Titanic is being built here. You know the Titanic is being built here. And the Olympic is over there getting fixed. How would they have swapped it without anybody knowing? Because that is a big job to swap ships around. You can't just pick up a ship and move it. That's the Empire State Building, sideways. That's the Titanic. How do you move this around with nobody noticing?
People are not focused on you moving the... I mean, yeah, they focused on their journey. They want to, maybe you just didn't tell them which ship they are, fixing and why they are fixing.
Are people really that ignorant? I suppose it is 1912. It is 1912. There's no social media. There's no telephones. There's only, you know what? And for people who are the working class, they really don't have access to information. My thing is, if you're going to sink a ship, right, on purpose, they could have at least had the courtesy to provide enough lifeboats. Or did they want the catastrophe to outweigh the questions
that they're gonna ask? That insurance claim, scam, definitely. Okay, yeah.
Although, if I'm being honest with you, right, to do the carpeting, to change the deck rooms, everything, that is more than firstly money, but that is more than just the 4 owners or whoever knowing. That would have taken crew, that would have taken builders. Because I'd say at least 100 people would have had to work on the ship.
Yeah, they would.
Do you get what I'm saying?
But now
you're telling me all those people shut up their mouths. How would how could you fool them that the ship moved from place to place? Because I don't think where the Titanic was built was where the Olympic was being fixed. It could have been. It could be fixed next to each other.
Or maybe you just didn't tell them which ship they are, fixing and why they are fixing. So I feel like...
So, that is our conspiracy, that the Olympic was the actual one that sank, not the Titanic, and the Titanic is safely retired.
Yes.
But despite the fact, I think it's worse if they planned it, because they killed 2,000 people. Not 2,000, like 1,000. There were 2,000 passengers. They killed like 1,500 people. That is evil. Just for insurance money.
Yeah. This is where you see that
I'm still on the thing. I am still on the thing. The man said, not even God can sink this ship. He played with himself. That was his own business.
And the motive behind this ship.
You know what makes me so fascinated though? How ships float. That little thing, only that little part sits in the water and it floats. That whole big thing.
I
I don't trust it. I'm sorry.